What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is July the 1st. Happy Monday, and to the Canadians out there, happy Canada Day. But I do want to go over some of the hot movers today and where big money is gravitating towards. So stay tuned for that. Before I get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, you're not really having all that much data today. During power hour, you are going to probably see a lot of last minute jitters. So a lot of volatility in the market as Powell's speech is first thing tomorrow, so I think that might spook the market somewhat, but beside the point, generally the futures are looking slightly green, so very good stuff. You also do see the fear and greed index crawling back, so it is under the neutral category at 45, so people's appetite for risk is slowly increasing. So once again, that could really stand to benefit a lot of growth stocks. Starting off with SOFI, it is just piggybacking off of the broader market, no actual news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. And then when it comes to shorts, they're not really doing all that much today, but with a lot of the data points, key data points that's coming out later this week, such as consumer linked data and just a hell of a lot of Fed speakers, anticipate shorts to be very, very active. Right now, 18.45% of the free float is being shorted. And today is actually a unique day. And I like these kind of things in the market when, for instance, Canada is like a holiday, right? So a lot of the hedge funds will take it off. So it'll be very interesting to analyze this information to see if the volume of shorts is reduced, because then that would be a very clear indication that, for instance, it is a Canadian-based entity that is shorting. I like these types of days, even when it comes to Friday. So Wednesday is a short day because of Independence Day, or in lieu of that. Thursday is Independence Day, so happy July 4th. And then Friday, typically you do see a lot of hedge funds just taking that day off. So volume will be generally very, very low, but at the same time, if you see, it's again good to analyze that type of information, because if you do see a increase in volume on shorts, for instance on Friday, then that does mean it could be a international entity, not necessarily a American one. So this is why I like to analyze this information. I'm a little bit more of a geek sometimes, but it is what it is. So $6.61, it is trading between this S2 and this S1, so just watch for $6.45 to hold and $6.69 to be that next strong resistance / target. Moving on, so this company, I'm not going to butcher their name, but ticker is ASNS. It is down 18.61% because of this right here. So it looks like they announced exercise of warrants for 2.25 million gross proceeds, which generally is good, but at the same time, it did have an exercise price of $2 per share, and plus they're offering a additional dividend. It's just, companies don't like this. Well, companies, I don't know why they put out this news, probably thinking that people are going to jump up for joy, the fact that they have actual money, but in the end, this is just significant dilution, and so nobody wants that, obviously. Well, at least I don't. But it is on the threshold list. 10.79% of the free float is being shorted, and 485,000 shares overall are being shorted. So it's kind of what the market does generally like. Definitely not saying today is going to be a squeeze play by any means, but this is exactly like what 2024 likes. A low float company that's somewhat heavily shorted on the threshold list, so that's sometimes a clear indication that there is naked shorting. But nonetheless, if you're looking at trading this with it at $1.90, it is trading between this pivot and this R1, so $1.81 will be the strong support that you'll want to watch for it to hold. Flip side, $2.39 will be that next strong resistance / target. Keep in mind, on Friday it did go up 56%, so you are going to see naturally a pullback associated to that as well. So today will be a lot of volatility, so just stay tuned for that. NIO is up this morning because they did put out their numbers, relatively good stuff. So in reality, they're on target for the most part. So I see that as pretty good stuff. And 14.43% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 187.94 million shares overall are being shorted. So NIO isn't a squeeze play, and just keep in mind, in case you are new to the channel, I bring up this information to analyze, not because any of these companies are squeeze plays. If they are, I'll let you know, obviously. But utilization 81.98%. If you're looking at trading NIO with it at 436, it is trading between this S3 and this S2. So the market right now is categorizing NIO as problematic. And yeah, rightfully so. It has a lot of geopolitical issues that's really been pushing NIO down. But 404 is a strong support, and then 456 is going to be that next strong resistance slash target. In my opinion, I don't think there's enough for it to get above this S2. If anything, the overall trend for NIO over this last little bit is very negative, pointing for it to hit the low fours. So I think there might be a pretty good day for it today, but outside of just this, I think it might be short-lived. My own opinion, of course. Nvidia is getting a lot of volume this morning. No real substantial pieces of news, nothing like that. I think just people are looking at Nvidia as kind of essentially the market. It's kind of weird. But at the same time, though, like I said, this is why I like to analyze this information. If Ortex actually loads, I'll show you in a second, but ultimately, shorts have been increasing, and whoever's been shorting NIO has been getting like very, very bold. I'll move on to this. I'll cycle back to that. But right now with it at 23 and change, it is slightly above this R2. So it's probably going to be flirting with this most likely the rest of the day. And I did say that exact same thing on Friday, and lo and behold, it did. So next strong support in reality to consider is $115. On the flip side, 136 is going to be that next strong resistance slash target. I'll go back to Ortex to see. Okay, so 1.34% of the free float is being shorted, and you can kind of see right here that shorts have increased quite a lot. Obviously, 1% isn't a squeeze play, but if you compare it, like where it was at the low, like low ones, like it shows that they are slowly getting in. So they're getting more and more bold, possibly insinuating that maybe Nvidia is due for a pullback. Something to kind of consider. And this stock right here, it is up 18.07%, largely because of this right here. So it looks like that entity right here did say that they've received all the China approvals. I don't really know much about this company or any previous context, but this is ultimately why it is up this morning. And this is what they do in case you are curious. So based out of China, this is the company profile, the full one right here. 5,000 employees, and so the market cap should be relatively high for that. So 1.35 billion. So for a company that size to move up 17%, pretty substantial stuff. It's somewhat heavily shorted, so 12,000 shares right now. Shorts are returning around 3,000. 5.44 million shares overall are being shorted. But if you're looking at trading this company with it at 25 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So 22.91 is going to be the strong support. On the flip side, 27.54. And given the news based on that, I don't really, again, know much context about this company, but I don't see there being enough for it to get above this R1. So it might just bounce off of this and trend back into kind of the low end right here. But once again, we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on all of these stocks. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend and everything like that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of that. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.